Hey YouTube, welcome back and welcome to the episode 3 of my 2021 Tacoma TRD off-road. The mini series on how I upgrade this vehicle. So I just bought this vehicle 2 days ago, and this is episode 3. Episode 1 is will take you along how I go to dealership, pick up the truck, and my first impression of the truck. And episode 2, I just released it today, and it was about installing the window visors, window deflectors on the double cab. And then now we come to episode 3, which is the these guys, the running boards. So I'll be installing them. So what I have here, I got the running boards, and then I got a bunch of tools, some sockets and wrenches, and then the box of fasteners and nuts and screws and all that stuff, the paddles, the brackets, it's all in there. So yeah, I'm gonna get started. You gotta do upgrades to the Tacoma, right? There's like nobody will ever buy a Tacoma and just leave it alone and bone stock. That just don't happen. You gotta do it. And so in some way, either like something big or something small, you gotta kind of make it so that it's suit to your lifestyle and the activity that you do. And the first thing, I would like to get some running boards. These are really high, and I hope that it does not really reduce the ground clearance of the running boards, I mean the truck. So let's take a look at the ground clearance. So this being a double cab long bed, the approach angle and the departure angle, it's the same as a short bed TRD off-road, but because there is a longer wheelbase, so the breakover angle is a little less than the shorter wheelbase TRD off-road with the short bed. So let's take a look at so the stock TRD off-road has a 9.4 inches of ground clearance, and I would think that let me measure it. So you can see the frame is about 14 inches from the ground to this lower frame. So I think the 9.4 inches is somewhere else. So I think by having the running board installed right here, as long as it does not drop below this frame height, it should give us the similar amount of break over angle. It should not be lowering the ground clearance at all, because even at this frame right here is 14 inches. So I think we should be good, but then we'll take a look at it after we do the installation. So this is the set for one side. The board, it doesn't have a right or left side, so you can actually use either one for each side, so that it's not directional. But the brackets, they are directional. So I got 3 brackets right here for one board, and so I have this one lined up. So this one goes to the front, this one goes in the middle, and notice this one has a longer arm than this one. So this one goes to the rear. So rear, middle, and front. The front one has a sort of has a horizontal and then a little cant, and then so it mounts on the flat and then the angle spot, but then the middle and the rear will only have mount on one surface. So they're pretty easy to identify. And then I got 3 brace that will go on, and 2 are the same, and then 1 a little longer. So we'll figure out when we get there. So let's get started. Okay, so you can see that here is the front mount there are two little plastic plug that we have to remove. So that will be the same thing for the middle mount. Also the two plugs that you removed, same thing down there, that two plugs, we just have to remove them. Just use a simple plier or something, flathead screwdriver. Okay, two. All right, let's get the brackets on there. So we're gonna have the bolt, and we're gonna put the crush washer in, and then we're gonna have a flat washer that way, and it's gonna mount onto the two bolts right there. So let's do it. So a 1/2 inch socket, that will do the job, hopefully. Yeah, some power tool would be nice, but I don't have that. So I'm going to repeat the same process for the other two brackets. It's exactly the same. Just make sure the longer ones goes to the middle and the shorter one goes to the rear. So make sure you don't tighten it too much first, because when we mount the board, we'll probably have to do a minor adjustment. So this thing has to be able to kind of move a little bit to get everything all lined up, and then we'll tighten it all together at the end. Okay, so let's get the board up. So for mounting the running boards onto the brackets, so we have three sort of legged brackets right here. We got two identical and then one long one. So the long one goes in the middle, the two identicals go to the front and the rear. So slide it in like this, angled in, flat in, and then it comes out. So this is how it sits. And then the bracket plate is behind it in the channel. So it uses the channel as anchor to and then the two bolt nuts comes out, and then we're just gonna bolt on the washers, the lock washers. Okay, same thing to the front. We'll slide this in, raise it up a little bit, and then it drops in. Okay, so we're gonna go with a flat washer, and then a locker nut.
You putting those on yourself?
Yeah. Hey, Ron. Torque it down. Okay. I think we're done. Okay. So, pretty good. So this is just one side. Take a little while because I don't have a lot of good tools, just some wrenches, sockets, and if you have some power tools, it'll be a lot faster. But pretty good, you know, it comes out a little bit more so that it actually will guard your door against other cars from, you know, when they open the door, they might dent your door if you don't have this. So this actually will protect your door from possible door dings. Okay, so I'm gonna get started on the other side. And so yeah, that's pretty much it for the installation. See, it really has no reduction in ground clearance. Yeah, it's cool. Okay, I got it all done. Love it. Love it. Yeah, it takes a little time. Just if you have power tool, it'll be a lot faster. Really like the logo, Tyger, and it's got all this like slots that for the muds and water and sand to sort of, you know, to go through, so that you don't get all the buildups and muds and sand. Love it. This is steel and it's coated, so it should be pretty durable. Now, one thing is that these are not aluminum, so they're a little heavier. They weigh about probably 28 to 30 pounds each. So with all the brackets and everything, so you add about maybe 60 to 70 pounds to your vehicle. But yeah, look at that. I love it. And there's no reductions in ground clearance. Almost completely flush. Like for a short guy like me and my family, you know, we have a short family, it's really gonna help to get in and out of it. How'd you like that, huh? The SWAT team dismount. So, love it. This is awesome. So one thing that I'm super happy about this type of running board is that it will protect my door from door dings most of the time. You know how you go to a parking lot and you try to park way far away from everybody else, right? So you park a spot that's away from the crowd, but then this car will show up for no reason. It's gonna park right next to you and it's super close. So this is what's gonna happen to that car. That person is gonna open the door, and that person's door is gonna hit my running board first before it hit my door. So in most cases, it's gonna protect my door from majority of the door ding situation, except maybe if there's a truck out there, you know, super tall, the doors is high enough to bypass the running boards. But other than that, it should be good to go. So yeah, this is the end of my episode 3. Thanks you guys for following me along. Super excited. This is my 3rd day owning this vehicle, and I will have more videos coming up, including like 1,000 miles break-in period feedbacks. I will let you know any issues or any observations, what the gas mileage is going to be, things like that. And then I'll be doing some towing and things like that, and observing gas mileage. And also I'm going to get a scan, what's called a scan gauge, so I can monitor the transmission fluid temperatures during towing and running regular, you know, highway speed or in the city. So I will let you guys know everything. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.